I started off 10 years ago videotaping how I felt about things in life. And I called it my venting. Now, of course, I didn't go the same throttle as so many other people have gone. With the collecting of funds. I'd turn these off. I believe in biannual things. I do. I know. I don't have to believe it. That vibrations are what manifest this condition we call life. A new hard rock and a wall had showed up today. And that's okay. I mean, I kind of accepted it. I mean, you know, just because there's two sides to every story doesn't mean anybody's learning anything. But of course, I get the drift to the point of where I'm trying to help the situation become amicable. But because this person is young and the generations are big, she can't in her mind contain it. So now I have become supposedly the over-aggressor, telling her how she's supposed to live and how she's supposed to contain her life. I don't give a flying fuck. I really don't. I really don't. How she lives her life or whatever. Okay? I state facts of reality to the point of where you're allowed to make up your own mind to what you want to think or to what you want to believe, which will manifest yourself. She's talking about getting guns and shooting people in the head because they can't handle life. She's talking about drinking to the point of where there is no return. And other things of those natures. And oh, she's over. So sorry. She seriously doesn't want to know the facts behind the reality of how we build our matrix here on this third-dimensional level called life. The journey of occurrences and situations that manifest our reality. I have breathing issues with chemicals. She's been in this house almost 2 weeks. Well, no, it's 3 weeks. I brought up to her in the beginning about dryer sheets, because they contain formaldehyde and asbestos and Teflon. Okay? I just brought it up with her saying, you know, it stops my breathing and, you know, I can find you something else to make your clothes softer, whichever. Well, she went along with that for whatever one time she did laundry last week. All day, which was fine, whatever. I was thankful that there was no dryer sheet to stop my breath from occurring, especially when I walk out back where the vent is with the dryer. But that's okay. I can usually get out of the vicinity and let it go, and not bring anything up to anybody over a consecutive length of time. Well, I went out today after I did my radio show, and she was sitting there with her probably 6th drink, and I'm talking vodka and whatever, and I'm talking she's going through almost a half a bottle a day, if not more. And so I said to her, "You doing laundry?" When yesterday she got on my ass because I didn't say hello to her because I didn't have the breath to speak. And so I was the bad guy yesterday because I couldn't talk directly to her. Now I can walk from the kitchen to this bedroom here and be out of breath. I can lift certain things around me and be out of breath. So you never know, I never know when I'm going to be out of breath. But because I didn't answer her immediately, I was the bad guy. Because I couldn't respond. But I did respond. I did a wave, you know. Hey, how's it going? Let me get somewhere. Let me relax so I can breathe. She couldn't handle that. She could not propose to get the drift that not everything is like her world believes it to be. I literally have to catch my breath in certain ways to be able to be sound enough to still be coherent enough to be alive, okay, and to breathe. It's not of my choosing, okay, but it's here. And I'm dealing with it the best that I effing can. But when people don't want to be considerate of other people's conditions because they can't tolerate themselves, because they have death wishes, then I don't know what else I'm supposed to do. How am I supposed to act? How am I supposed to be able to just keep getting through it? Because I have the stamina to know the difference. That whatever she's calling to her, it has nothing to do with me. Nada, nada, nada. Even though she wants to believe it's all because of me. Oh, it's all because of me. If we really think that blaming other people is how we learn to get along and grow as human beings, to be able to be copacetic, to get along, and to have a real mission in life, like, you know, sharing reality. Oh, I had to make sure. I didn't want to be talking all this great shit and not be on video, you know what I mean? Because with the way the planets are lately, you just never know how it's going to be. You just never know. Oh, you just never know. In earth as in heaven, in earth as in heaven, in earth as in heaven. She decided to tell me off about me not being her mother, etc. Which is fine. I don't want to be her mother, because she's a selfish cunt. Now, can I erase that? Can I rewind and edit it? No, because I don't know how to. So it's going to be in there, and I don't really care. I really, really don't care. I am 65 years old. I have lived a life of many different perspectives, and I'm not giving up my state of being for anybody else either. No, and that's all she was trying to tell me, and that's okay. I mean, she was really just trying to tell me that, but she didn't know how. And she went on for hours and hours. She was chasing me through the house, telling me, oh, about her, but no, I couldn't speak up in my defense. Oh, hell no. hell no. You know, it couldn't have been a debate of a conversation to try to find a level ground of a healing modality. Oh no, couldn't be that. Fuck no. She don't want to grow from this shit. She just wants to make... She's telling me because she pays more rent and she's got a job, she's got more rights in this house than I do. I guess she's got the right to believe that, don't she? There are unscented laundry detergents that will clean your clothes. I use them every time I wash my laundry. And I could be all upset and bitching because the landlord decided to throw all these poisons down all the drains. And then I had to finish the job in my bathroom because he was busy doing other things, which is okay. I mean, that's alright. Life happens. I get that. I don't have a problem with life happening. But when attitudes and stipulations occur without common ground, then there's an issue. Because I literally had to leave the arena that she was battling in because of her thoughts of who I am or what I represent towards her. I do not like to have battles of wits with unarmed individuals at all, in the least, at any moment. But it makes me grow too. I mean, you know, it's come and go, you know what I mean? It's come and go. But to the face of reality for what's coming up in the larger scheme of things, she's nothing but I fell over my own heel. I mean, you know, yeah, she energetically attacked me. Energetically, she attacked me. I gave her the benefit of the doubt until that shit happened. I'm not one to drink, but she's been drinking since 11 a.m., if not earlier. Because she has to pour her special little concoction in her tea in the morning, right? Whatever. Oh, and these lemonades, oh, they're not alcoholic, are they? So she's getting away with all that. And she keeps wanting to think I'm going to share something with her that I am not sharing with anybody on this planet. I don't give a flying fuck who the hell you think you fucking are. One plus is she didn't get the jab. Or is she lying about that? And then I'm not sharing a bathroom with her, even though I'm sharing a bathroom with somebody who was jabbed. But I ain't taking any of it as personal, as others think, I guess, should be. Honestly, she tells me to go to your room. Go to your room. Like, excuse me? When there's real life issues going on, my eldest is being kicked out of Germany, and I don't know what else I can do or do. If I knew she was coming, then I would have rented the room. before this other person got it. And then he could have fixed this room. And I mean, I was ready to put things into place. But other things occur because that's how life goes. So now I'm thinking, because she's not the first one. Okay, it's like every female that comes into this house has to have an attitude about me. And that's okay. I mean, we all, there are moments. I mean, if you have ever had sisters, but she's an only child. So she really doesn't have the idea of the reality behind sharing the conditions that are around you. Because she either only had a mother or a father, because she lived with, so she has no clue about siblings, about living with other people, about being in amongst other things or people for life to happen. You know, I put out my flippin' resume last 4 months. Well, maybe earlier, but anyway. And nobody wants anybody over 50. Because I guess we don't know the facts behind the conditions that would help conglomerate or help build the future of the conditions from being in this now. And that's very difficult. Because that's where I feel we really need to put a lot of effort into going. I always wanted peace on earth. I always wanted people to have clean, living environment. But it's not the way it is. And so people don't want to hear it. They don't want to hear that we're being foosbarred by those that we've been taught to trust with our most valid trust that we could ever have. So the conditions warrant that it's time to choose a side or not, whichever. But I choose for me, and she can choose for her. I don't want her to choose for me. I mean, I want everybody to get their own authentic being into conditions of the reality of this place we call Earth. It's like I want Jesus Christ to have a vacation. He's been called on because we're too effing lazy to understand that we're manifesting our life and the conditions around us by our behavior and our thoughts and other things of those natures. I mean, seriously. Do you want unconditional love as a foundation? Or do you want hate and destruction? It's all up to you. It's all up to me. And I try to be copacetic as possible. I really do. And if you got to fight over a fragrance, it comes up through the air ducts from the apartments downstairs. And I've tried to talk to him, and it's not as frequent as it could be. But when she's upset at me because I couldn't say hello because my breath was taken away because of the chemicals that were in the air, oh fucking wow! Well, I think my weekend is going to be able to load this Canon camera, this tiny little Canon camera, with years worth what's on the Sims disk, and go from there, because this HP hasn't had that happen yet. Whoa! I be no longer a virgin. I think this weekend I'm going to try to clean off my desk. Want to see something really pretty? Now the funny thing is, this crystal came to me out of the blue from supposedly a 5th century ship person, captain. Now for some reason I found this piece at a different crystal store. It's beautiful in there, it's really cool. It's really cool. And it fits perfectly right on top of here. It's crazy. And I have another one that works right here, which is like a spear. Another one. Then I found the piece in another crystal store, ages difference of purchases. Okay, so this is my Anthurian, because I was told this was a crystal from Atlantis. And that besides it bringing fortitude and other things of those natures, that the universe was on my side, and it created the protection and the knowledge of how powerful this crystal and the other ones, I mean, when you least expect it kind of thing, do you know what I mean? Oh, that fits perfect right there! Oh my gosh, do you see how that fit? And the third one too. But I don't know where that piece went. I might have gifted it to somebody. I mean, I've been known to gift quite a few things in my existence. And I did too. She was looking for teriyaki and all that other stuff, so I gifted her all my teriyaki and other stuff. Anyway, I would like for all this to pass, but I'm a Scorpio, Moon, Neptune, North Node. And all I could do when I had to leave her environment, from her jumping up and down and screaming at me and making me out to be the bad guy, because it's in her brain that I'm the bad guy. And all I did was ask, "Is you doing laundry?" So, I know that the demons are out in full force, because every person who slept in that room has come out with a demon. The R, the B, these are different people who have been in that room since I've been here. So R and B, and A, and J, and now J, another J, have all come out with this idea. Now maybe it's me. I mean, sure, why not, right? I'm at least being my authentic self, and I'm living to mine now. I'm not trying to carry the past, because I know right here and now I'm manifesting my future to the point of how do I want my conditions of existence to be. But I'm just the feral hippie, so fuck that. Who the hell cares? Except that I wish the more of you had that accountability. Pisces moon, Neptune and Mars in Pisces. Ah! But see, I've already had 2 beers, and I don't want to have to go and have a 3rd one. And I don't want to start hitting into my tinctures because they're medicine. They're not for the idea of going, oh, you let go of all this bullshit. I deal with enough bullshit. Even though I'm a bull. And the shit does feed the garden. I mean, it's not bad. It's not a disgraceful thing, actually. But as it goes, it's really tiring to be alive these days, isn't it? After this 2.5 years of constant considerations that we've had to try to proclaim or not proclaim. I mean, just to the idea of how we've allowed this programming to annihilate our common sense and critical thinking. Oh, I just don't get it. I just don't get it. I've had it too long, and I haven't found anybody else who has it. So it's just one of those things that I have to occur to relate to living through. I mean, my phone bill guy remembered my name. That was a shocker. That was just kind of so cool, actually. Now, the guy where I go for Verizon to pay an overcharged phone bill, like everything's overcharged. Everything is overcharged. But I'm trying not to be depressed. I'm trying not to allow somebody else's ideology of existence and their illusion to become part of mine. So, I mean, I know what my Friday night's going to be. But do I want that 3rd beer or not? Just eating a piece of meat is not enough to go for a 3rd beer. I'd have to have other food first. And I'm trying not to go to that extreme. But Mars is retrograde in Gemini. So communications, logic, and essence of realities are definitely going to ram, Aries ram, the horns of whoever's in the vicinity, and I'm always up in here. That's why I get to be the culprit for everybody. Reflection of reality, hopefully, be felt instead of just thought. Because when you get into feelings with the empathy, life builds upon itself. If you only use thought, then you're living in a fear-condensed reality because you're constantly believing what you're thinking. People need to pull those dirty, ugly little bad weeds, not the good weeds, but the bad weeds, out of their conscious reality of what they're thinking, how they're feeling, what they're believing. Well, they're not feeling. They're only thinking. I just have to. I thought about it. I'm going to do it. Fuck it. I am allowed. welcome back! We're here at Freedom's Looks Like I'm Radio. No, we're not. But when I first started, when I first got my camera, that's what I started having to do was vent. Vent, 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 vent. Vent, 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 vent. Because I've lived in places where there's multiple human beings. And when I get around a place that's multiple human beings, most of the light gets turned to the point of things being exposed. Now, I'm not trying to take her personal, but she couldn't have a conversation with me about it. She had to attack me. And I was just going out to feed the goose and give him clean water. That's all I intended to do. I didn't intend to be a part of somebody's problem. Because oh, are you doing laundry? No, that's all I asked. So, yeah, anyway. Okay, I'm not getting back to the beginning of that. I'm going to make this a short, blessed video. Because I have good memory. Because I'm not drinking to forget. I'm not drinking to make myself feel... Well, yeah, I did. Wait a minute. Okay, there's 2 beers. I did. I drank them to make myself feel better. And I do. Look, I'm doing a video. Oh. But I am not the one... Well, I guess maybe I am the one who needed to hear this too, because I had to calm my psyche down. I mean, in earth as in heaven, in earth as in heaven, in earth as in heaven. Bring my oversoul down, down in. Just so I knew and know I'm healthy, wealthy, and safe, whole and free. Isn't it wonderful? I am so happy and grateful, and I really am, because I am, I can and able to rise above the bullshit. I am very blessed. I feel very blessed. And I want to thank you all. So this is going to be a new adventure to try to put it on the Hewlett-Packard instead of the Asus. Or maybe I should just put it on the Asus since it's already... No... There's some pictures that I want that I could have on here, because this is still kind of empty, except for downloads. So maybe, yeah, I'm going to put some photos on this computer and try something new and see what happens. That's right. Go forth and conquer. I might have to have the 3rd beer. Be prepared for just about anything, y'all. Seriously, no matter where you think your place is in life, be prepared.